Good afternoon. Welcome to second day of live streams on YouTube. Yesterday we spoke about Mixcloud Live and the brand new live platform from Mixcloud. If you didn't check that out, go and check it out. The video's on the YouTube still from yesterday. I did give it a go. Did anyone else give it a go yesterday? I was testing ASA. It was quite good fun. I quite enjoyed it, and it's obviously really in beta, and you need to have all the right setup. So today, I thought I'd talk about what setup you do need to go live as a pro and use things like Mixcloud Live from your laptop or from your desktop instead of just using it direct from an app. One thing I did notice, actually didn't notice yet from yesterday when I did go live on Mixcloud, is that the Mixcloud Select platform that allows you to monetize your Mixcloud is fully embedded as part of that live platform, which is amazing. So essentially you can get people to donate to you live on screen with a button note and help you monetize your streams so you can earn as an artist. Today I want to chat about live streaming in general. Like I said, previously I've looked at the basics of live streaming and what you need to go live. And if you've watched that, if you didn't see that video, go and watch it. That's essentially just going live from your phone using one of these. It's called a TRS cable. Put it up to the thing. It's got 3 little black lines, it will focus, and that helps you go live from your phone or from a Facebook app. There's been a load of problems. People have been messaging me about a lot, saying that if you've got the newer iPhones and you have to use the white dongle that comes with the iPhone, that it's not been working as well. Some people have suggested maybe using iPads because they've got the plug-in. They can actually plug it in and not use the dongle. Or the older iPads anyway. I'm not sure about the new iPads. I haven't got one of those. But today I want to talk about live streaming like a pro. So let's jump in and let's go for it. What are we going to talk about? Well, what do we need to live stream like a pro? So the first thing we're going to need is a Mac or a PC. Pretty obvious. The second thing you're going to need is, and a little side note for that is, if you're using Traktor or Serato, where you're using your Mac as your computer to stream off, to play your tracks off of, you may want to go through a second computer to stream off, so that your processor is handling all your DJ software on one computer and you're streaming on another platform, because both of them use a lot of processing power. And I tried it yesterday where I had it going into my laptop and from my Traktor, and it wasn't working. But then when I switched to my iPad for my streaming, going through my computer for the output to the live stream, fine, great stream. And I was doing all that on my new techno page, new to techno. If you've not seen that, it's all about techno. Go to mixcloud.com/new to techno. So and then that all depends, I guess, on the specs of your computer. You might have a super powerful computer and you can handle both at the same time. And then the next thing I'm going to need a way of getting your music into your computer. Let's face it, most of us have laptops. So this is going to be a sound card. Usually it's going to be external, and for the laptops it's going to be external. But again, if you've got a big beast of a machine, you might have an internal sound card that you just plug into. I'm using a... Let me find it. I'm using an Ovation Audio Hub 2x4. Pretty cool piece of kit. As you can see, this is the kit here. It's got some audio line inputs here. It's got a load of USBs, which is really useful. And it's got some balanced RCA outs as well. It's got some RCA outputs as well. So you can literally go into this from your controller and then go out to your speakers at the same time as well. And it just sits in the middle. And then it takes the audio through the USB. At the time of recording this, these are sold out everywhere. You can't get them due to this obviously lockdown problem. But I thought I'd include it because once we're out of this and postage is working and the people have restocked, I think these are great. They're great pieces of software, and I'm going to link that below so you can check it out as well. One thing I did find was on Amazon, by having a little scooch around for sound cards, as I found the Behringer sound card. These, again, I'm going to link this below. These are really cool. They are again, you've got the input for the RCA, you've got the output to go to your speakers, and you've got USB to go take the sound into your computer. Perfect. So it's going to take the input in. You can then select this as a sound card into in the next part we're going to need, which is software. And also, if you've got, you've only got one output on your controller, for instance, you go into this and then out of that to your speakers, and it doubles it up. Allows you to have both at the same time. So this looks good. These are only these are like 20 quid, so perfect. And they've still got loads. They've still got them in stock at the time of recording. Again, I'm going to link this below. Check them out. This looks like a decent look at sound card for you. The next thing you're going to need is a webcam, obviously, to get the picture. I use this one, the Logitech C920. These seem to be out of stock at the moment. I've seen this Logitech Streamer, which are a lot more expensive. These are quite cheap, like 50, 60 quid, I think I got one for. The C9, and then now there's the C922, which seems to be looks like the newer version of this camera. There's also the Logitech Streamer, which is essentially built for streaming, which also they're on sale at the moment. I've seen people buying them. You could also go super pimp and use your mirrorless camera or your DSLR camera, and for that you're going to need something like this, a cam link. You plug your camera in there for your HDI camera. Also the same if you're using a GoPro, for instance. You would plug your GoPro into this cam link, and that then takes the picture from the camera into your computer, allows you to use it for a stream. So that's camera. There's also one other final. I found you can use your phone as a camera, and I found a really good way of using your phone and camera. Obviously, the camera on here is really good in most cameras. You're just going to need an app, which I'll talk about in a minute. Let's see if there's anyone in the chat. How do I get the chat back? Oh, there's one like. Hello, anyone in the chat? Is anyone? If you're watching, drop me a chat, and you want to, let's chat. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat, and I'll try and answer them at the same time. The next thing you're going to need is a tripod. You need to put your camera mount in it and make it so it looks cool. And the final thing you're going to need is some broadcast software. I use a thing called OBS, which is free to download. Just go to obsproject.com. It's free to download, and it does the trick really well. Allows you to connect your streaming softwares. If you're going to use your mobile phone as a camera, then you should download the OBS camera app which is for me on iOS, and that allows you to turn your phone into a camera for streaming. And again, you'll need a tripod. I'd mount it horizontally so that it gives you more options. And then there's also an update for OBS software that you need to download, and you install that on your OBS. And then that allows the OBS to see this as a camera once you take it from the Thunderport into your USB, into your computer, and that allows you to use this camera as a webcam essentially. Then you're going to need to connect it all up. Obviously, audio into your sound card, set the cameras up, make sure it looks cool, and then also you work on where you're going to have these decks. I've seen loads of great setups recently. For instance, Sonny Federa did it in his kitchen. If you saw that one, it was incredible. Like, I love the fact that these people are doing it in their kitchens. I think it really shows that you're real. I'm not a fan of seeing these streams where they're from clubs where you're not going to be able to go right now. You can't go to a club, so why show pictures of it in a club? I prefer definitely these ones are at home, and you can tell the person's at home, and they're all in the same situation as us. Try and make it spruce it up. Try and make it look cool. Maybe get some lighting. I'm not a fan of the disco lights, because I think they look great in your room and they make your disco room look great. But I'm not sure they look too good on stream. I think like a more solid one light makes it look cool from behind, or just backlighting you from behind, making the room look a bit more giving the room a bit more depth in a corner. If you can get lights at the moment, I think the disco lights they look good in your room, but on screen they kind of just look like a load of random lights flickering around. And I'm not sure I'm keen, but that's personal preference. The final thing, yeah, and then set it up. But if you can't set up a nice area and you've only got a small flat and you've only got a small space or whatever, just go with it. Don't stop yourself from streaming. Just jump on and do it and start doing it. I want to chat about streaming in general today as well. Don't be put off by people, the negative people on social media banging on about there's so many DJs streaming and everyone's doing it and oh blooming hell everyone's at it, and I really can't stand it. Like, get on there, give it a try, especially if you're one of those people that has struggled to get gigs, or you're someone that struggles where you live. Maybe there's no scene in your area. This is now a level playing field for you. Get on and stream and, you know, show the world what you can do and really try and push what you're doing. Push, you know, find some great music and share the world what you're about, basically. And also then get comfortable with streaming, because at the first you're a bit like I can't, you know, get comfortable with it and really enjoy that stream. Which platforms are we going to talk about next? There's lots of people that have been talking about streaming to Facebook and seeing their streams being taken down because the platform has a thing called a content system. Unless you have something called an ICE license, you're going to get takedowns. Essentially, you don't own that music. You don't own the rights to play that music. Even if you've signed it to a label, you still don't own it. If it's your own label, then you can whitelist your channel. And there are some myths about that you could play, like you speed your tracks up or you play some white noise underneath the track. That will stop the takedowns. These are just myths. The system recognises the tracks and essentially makes your music sound shit if you do all that other stuff. The best thing really is to play underground music, play tracks by new artists. Don't play bootlegs, for instance, because they still have that part of the sample, and the content system will still recognise that part of the sample. And essentially, you know, just play loads of new music. Try and find some new music. Don't play music by people like the major labels like Universal, Warner, EMI, Virgin. That's definitely going to be taken down on Facebook. And, you know, or try other platforms. Like I said yesterday, Mixcloud was announced their live platform, and that's fully licensed, so you can play whatever track you like there. Twitch. A lot of people jumping over to Twitch, and people are saying that a lot of DJs have been jumping over to Twitch. Again, this is going to have the same problem. You're not going to have the right licenses in place. So again, your potential to takedowns is definitely going to happen. It doesn't seem to be happening at the moment so much, but that's only a matter of time. Get the right licenses in place, and that's definitely going to help. And then the last thing I want to talk about with live streaming like a pro is multicasting. And I'm going to talk about this later in the week and do a full video on multicasting. Multicasting allows you to basically stream to different platforms all at the same time, so you're really enhancing your reach. And because from a platform like OBS or Streamcast, you can basically connect to a multi-platform, a multi-site, and that allows you to cast to multiple platforms. One thing I would say about if you are streaming to Facebook and you are playing underground music and you're not getting takedowns, definitely look into connecting with other pages or working with, you know, a brand that you might work and try and stream to their page and use a thing called cross-posting in your Facebook and cross-post your videos to each page. It allows you to combine those audiences all in one stream. It combines all of the stats, it combines all the comments, and keeps all that streaming all in one place and actually extends the reach of that stream. So it really helps. Definitely, it's quite easy to do. You go into settings, there's a cross-posting option, and you add each other's page, and that allows you to extend the reach of that stream. And that's essentially how you stream like a boss. Like, you know, get on and do it. Make sure you know, like I said, get the right sound cards, get the right cameras, get everything in place, and really just go for it in this time. Like, I really feel like streaming it should be, you know, if you've got the option to do it and you've had no gigs and you can't get gigs, then this is really a time when you should definitely get on and try it. I hope that's helped a load of people. I hope that And if you want me to do a video distinctly on how to set up your OBS, drop that in the comments. I'd love to. I can always do that video. There's a lot of videos on that online on YouTube. I'm happy to do one, but I just felt that there's a lot on them I'm already about, so I've not really gone into that. I just wanted to go into the basics of the stuff you're going to need to stream like a pro. Thanks again for joining me this week, today on live. And if you want to join me later in the week for tea with and do some live coaching, and let's talk about what your problems are, and if you've got, what you want to do, and join me on a Skype call, then drop that in the comments, or drop me an Instagram, drop me a chat DM on Instagram. It's just at Grahame Farmer on Instagram. Drop me a DM and say you want to be on with tea with, and I'm going to be looking for new guests this week to join me with tea with later in the week. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. See you soon.